Hey, Leo. What's up? Welcome, Leo. Welcome back. If you're not new, if you've been here, thank you for rocking with me. And today, Leo, we are talking about your next money move. Of course, here at Your Highest Good Tarot, we are always talking about elevating, expansion, and that also includes your finances. So, we are going to tap into the divine, the universe, so we can know. So just keep in mind, Leo, that not every message is for every Leo placement. That is okay. Take it as it resonates. Be divinely led to the hundreds of videos that are up here for you, Leo. Also, if you would like a pre recorded private reading with me, there is a link that you can copy and paste in the description box below to get that. Maybe it's not about your money. Maybe you want to know about family. Maybe you want to know about love. We can help you with that there. Also, Leo, if you're feeling my energy, if you love the fact that I'm also a Leo sun, what's up? Go ahead and do that Leo ritual for YouTube that you do so well. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post content specific to you. All right, Leo. Thank you again for being on this ride with me. Just know, Leo, that at your highest good, you're not doing this work by yourself. So let's get into it. What is the energy surrounding Leo's next money move? What is the energy surrounding Leo's next money move? I mean, because we always trying to get that increase, right? Next money move. All right. Okay, Leo. Clover. Clover. Lucky break. Gamble. Good fortune. Chance. At the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all holding out. Light bulb. Some of y'all have, the Leos out there have some good ideas, whether you have a business idea or an idea to improve the processes where you currently work, and you're holding out. Now, I can understand if you work for somebody else why you may, because a lot of times when we're working for other people, we sign certain things that say, hey, if you come up with something, it may be your idea, but it's our intellectual property. That's a whole different thing. And maybe you want to create your own. So, it makes sense that you may be holding out to start your own. So, kudos to you, Leo. Um, and others of you're being inspired by something, inspired to go off on your own, inspired to move to a different department, inspired to move to a different company, or even start doing things creatively. Either way, Leo, this is all, your next money move is more about taking that gamble, that chance on you than anything. And once you do, that's when the surprises will start. And it may not even be a surprise for you. It may be like, uh-huh, because a lot of you are intuitively led, and it's going to be the door that opens the good fortune, the lucky break. I'm not, luck is something, if you believe in it, it's going to open the door. How about that? But it's all about taking that gamble on you. Let's get into your current situation. Let's get into your current situation. Remember, this message is not for every Leo placement. What is Leo's current situation? Okay, King of Wands, Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles. Interesting. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, the sun. Oh, that is straight up Leo energy right there. That's you. You just want to be free, Leo. You want to ride on the horse, butt ass naked, and just be free, financially free, have peace. You know, you want the surrounded by sunflowers. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, but we got this big ass red flag here. And I'm feeling it's coming from this is what's keeping you from that peace. Because don't forget, Leo, this seven of wands is right between the two kings. It's right between the two kings. And these are two different energies. So the King of Pentacles, this is the person who controls the money. And what I'm getting is that this is more of a boss than anything. So Leo, you may be somebody who is working from for somebody else, whether it's a small business, whether it is, a larger company, it doesn't matter. And the King of Pentacles, this is outside of biological sex or gender identity. This can be a feminine or non-binary person as well. That is giving me the boss energy. They control the purse strings. They signing your checks, pretty much. And it's like you have to you're you're in full defense mode. This is your energy. And the King of Wands is somebody who is a lot more freer, a lot more confident. It's somebody, look, he is straight up celebrating. He's the king of the parade. Also fire energy. And that is what something that you've been fighting for. You want that freedom. You want to be the boss. You want to be on boss level. So whether that means you are for some of you, that means that you need to be putting yourself in that position, especially if you're working for somebody else. If you're working for another company, you are somebody who has, if you are at lower management, you're trying to get to upper management, but there is somebody in the way. There's somebody else in the way. This is your energy where you want to be free, but you always have to defend. You always have to fight. You're fighting to get to the table. You're fighting to get to the table. And this person is in the way. Now, for even though this situation where you're fighting to get to a table, some of you are even fighting within the department to get changes made. If this is if you have your own business, it's like a divisiveness, a decision that needs to be made. It feels like there's something that's trending where everybody else wants to go, but you kind of want to do something different. Hmm. So if it feels like there may be more of a partnership, like you are CEO and this person is COO, or whoever the person is that runs the money. You know what I mean? There's the CEO, and then there's the head money person, and there's battling in between. There's conflict. I'll say defensiveness. Yeah. Okay. And I'm looking at my notes, y'all, to see where to go. So now that we've established the situation here, because a lot of you are working for somebody, and either you are at not necessarily a dead end job, but you're not getting this person's position while you're in that department. And maybe they're not signing off on you to move somewhere else in the company, because it happens. Um, that's where you are because you're looking for that freedom. You're looking for the freedom to um, be great, to change it up, to express that inspiration, those ideas that we talked about here, because you have them. Some of you, it may require you to actually leave the company and do your own damn thing. But let's let's ask spirit. We are gonna get, since we got the current situation, we'll get the advice. What's the advice for Leo regarding their next money move? All right. Ooh, what the what the first of all, that's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Spirit sees you, Leo. They want what you want. They see you, they want what you want, and they are trying to elevate you to pure joy, happiness. There are four cards instead of three, which means a lot in this situation because I usually get three. But they definitely have some advice for you. So we're gonna go with it. And a lot of these are major. So this is gonna be a major shift for you, Leo. Shifting your life. We have the hangman, Eight of Wands, mm, Eight of Swords, excuse me, the Emperor, and the Empress. That's why I was like, whoop. That, my dear Leo, is divine. This is the divine. This is, yin to the yang. This is the highest divine match in the deck. This is true balance. True balance. They say it like bossing and receiving. Bossing and receiving. So go get it and receive. Okay, I ain't done. I ain't done with this shit. Peace, joy for generations in your household if you take this advice. But do you want to know what the advice is? I'm gonna tell you. Calm down. I mean, shit. You got time. And you can rewind. You can pause. You can do the things, Leo. It's really you. This is all about changing perspective, because it's almost, Leo, like you have put yourself in a box. Well, I can't do this because I have to make sure that I have to make sure. That's the that's this. I have to make sure. I don't know how I'm going to. That's this. I don't know where da 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 is coming from. That's this. What is this? It's self imprisonment. Because when we lean in on the divine, lean into the universe, be divinely guided, lean into God, lean into your benevolent ancestors, whoever is guiding you, Leo. It's no longer about you figuring shit out because you trust. So it's all about changing your perspective and stating those things of which you are. What you are is somebody who is divinely led, and you have been inspired. You have good ideas, and these good ideas need to be seen by people. So you have to take yourself out that box and boss the fuck up and receive those gifts, that abundance. That's what the Empress does. She puts shit out into the world and it comes to her. The Emperor makes moves. But here's the thing about the Emperor and how they make moves. You don't know the move that the Emperor is going to make until they make it, because they don't say shit to other people like that. So the folks that surround the Emperor, his trusted advisees, they'll advise. But when the Emperor has his decision, is when he actually says it. Wait, when the Emperor makes his decision, that's when they know about it. That's when he says it, not any time before that. Do you understand? So this is telling you, one, to move in silence, and to, when you are talking about the things that you want, when you are talking about those things that you need, when you're talking about those things, don't box yourself in, don't box the divine in, don't limit it. Well, I only need $5,000. Well, hell, the universe is going to send you 10. Does that make sense? Pardon me. um it's like that. So it is all about changing your perspective, changing the way you talk to yourself, change the way you think about um how things are supposed to work. Just because there is a job description that says you have to have a master's degree doesn't mean you have to have a master's degree. Maybe you have the work experience of somebody who doesn't have, who has that master's degree. They don't have the work experience, but you do. Taking that chance on yourself, gambling on yourself, and trusting that everything that you need, everything that you want is coming at you. You will receive it. And a lot of you, it does mean that you have to become your own boss. These are bosses. They run things. And not only that, but they run things in abundance. They don't have a lack mindset. They don't have to figure out, because they know and trust and have certainty, because they are divinely guided. It's all about the limits, not just the limits that this person over here may have placed in your way, but Leo, it's like you have placed some limits in your own way. You want the freedom, but there may be a fear. There may be a fear around being actually successful. Yeah. What's the outcome? What is the outcome if Leo follows this divine advice about the next money move? Is it? You have everything you need, Leo, the magician. Everything that you need is right in front of you. You already, again, you have the inspiration, you have the ideas, you have everything you need. You have it already. The world is right here. There's time for some things to end. It's time for you to transition out of that position that you're in into um upper management, into wherever it is you planned on moving. And it may require you to actually leave the company. It may require you to buddy with somebody else in a different department. So be it. Sometimes we have a a sometimes we're loyal to things, places, and people who are not loyal to us. And they want you to boss up. They want to give you exactly everything you want and more. All you need. However, it requires you to make that decision. But you have everything that you need. Everything is ready. What are the potential blockages for Leo regarding this next money move? Nine of Wands. Is that it? Mm, they said that's it. Nine of Wands. Um, You overworking yourself. You doing the most. And some of you, for those of you who are doing the most, meaning that you are taking things, you ask for things, but then take things back. You ask for the universe, for God to help you, to be divinely led, and then you take the worry, you take it back on doing the most, doing the most. And then for others of you, it's more about actually doing nothing. Got the four of swords here. Yeah. And either way, if you end up doing the most, the opportunity could pass you by. You don't do anything, the opportunity could pass you by. So it is about making that decision and then listening for your guidance. If you are somebody who asks for a sign, specify what sign you want to see to confirm, and then make sure you're paying attention, Leo. Because things are ready. Your ideas, your inspiration is meant to make a way for you. For many of you, it is your purpose. For some of you, it is a part, only a small portion of your purpose. Either way, Leo, I hope this helps. I am excited for you. I really am. And if you are feeling this message, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if it resonates. You never know who needs to hear your story to inspire them. Until next time, Leo, go on. Go on and gamble on yourself. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.